Well, this day changed real quick. It's a very sad moment. We got Prime Cuts GTR is going away. I think he's getting ready to sell it. So the car, tow truck actually just showed up, and they're getting ready to take the car over to CMC to sell it. So this car has had a huge history here at AMS. We finally got a 6 while we were at the Haltech Hail Mary Derby. So yeah, there's been a whole lot of history with this car. So let's take a look back and get reminded what this car's done. Mikey.
Yes.
I'm sad.
Huh?
I'm sad.
A little sad.
A little sad.
But yeah, move on to the next platform.
I guess so, yep. How long have we had this car here at AMS?
Jordan has had that car for quite some time. Just kept building on, and every package we've released, he's had on his car.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
And this is the sad day, everybody. The car is going to CMC right now. I mean, Jordan did talk about selling it at Haltech after he ran a 6. I mean, it seems like that was kind of his goal.
Yep.
But,
yeah, he reached his goal with, I think, everything he wanted to do with this car, so.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, thinking about not seeing it here.
Yeah. Not retching on it anymore is going to be a little weird.
A little weird, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jordan Martin, and this is the story of how I came to be at AMS. I used to be big into Subarus, and back in my early 20s, before I was married and had what you call a real job, I was able to stay up till 2 in the morning, and I had probably a 10-second STI at the time. I did the fuel system myself, I built the motor myself, I did everything. I had a lot of fun with it. And as I aged and started settling down, spending that kind of time on a car just really wasn't realistic for me anymore. And I was also very interested in the GTR. And just looking around, especially the forums like GTR Life and what was it, Nag Truck back in the day, it seems like AMS is always putting out really, really good quality work, and they just seemed like the right place to go. So I bought the GTR, drove it for a little while, immediately got tired of it being slower than my Subaru, and at that point decided, okay, let's send it in. And I think its first iteration was an Alpha 10X. It was right when they were coming out with the new GTX turbos. It was a 4.3 liter block and like a Shep Trans and like a bolt-in roll bar, and that car was more fun than a barrel of monkeys. I mean, I did a Gold Rush rally with it, all kinds of street driving, went to the drag strip with it, and it was a great car, lots of fun. Eventually, I thought to myself, it'd be cool to try to run an 8-second pass. And in those days, you know, an Alpha 10X just wouldn't get it done. So lo and behold, hey, we're testing the 12X. You want to try it? Yeah, sure. Throw it on there. Car felt a little bit slower, honestly, just because the turbos were a little bit lazier, but hey, it was an 8-second car and trapped like 10, 15 miles an hour higher. So at that point, it was a street car, had a lot of fun with it, did some like local cash nights and stuff like that at Byron Dragway, had a lot of fun. And then eventually, first year GTR World Cup started, you know, looking at the classes, and it's like, I gotta go bigger. And I think it was at that time, Corinne and I were offered to try the first 68 mil turbos anyone was dumb enough to try to cram into stock locations. So we did that. I think fastest we ever went with that was like a 7.6 that I think in the 170s, and it's been a while, honestly. Yeah. And then from then on, it was just whatever's the biggest thing we can cram into the damn thing, that's what it was. So the next year, I believe, was the 76, 75, that would have been an Alpha 20 at the time, and I think the car there ran 706 at like 206, and that was with, you know, factory doors, everything, you know, all the headlights, taillights, and really what you'd probably call a street car still at that point in time. And then eventually it went kind of nuts. NHRA 25.3 cage. We ended up going to 7685 turbos just to be a little easier on the motor, all making big power. Went out and due to an issue, trans issue, got second place to Phil DeBarro. That was kind of my running nemesis the entire time in the Chicago Motor Cars GTR, and got second there, but in the meantime ended up winning Texas this last year. So at that point, I believe we had a Texas 2K and a GTR World Cup victory in Class 4 under our belt. And so then this year at Hail Mary Derby, turned it up. The DA was good, the track was good. No drama, got a 6. So it was like the smoothest pass of my life. Felt great. And at that time, it's like, all right, what am I going to do with this thing now? It's won a Texas 2K, it's won a GTR World Cup, and it's ran a 6. And in the meantime, I've been having an incredible run with it. You know, the motor's been in it for well over, going on almost 2 years now. It's still dry sump. You know, and I was like, I can't get mad at this car. It's just time to sell it, you know. And I was like, it's time to move on. There's really not much more you can do with it. It's still pretty cool in that it has, you know, your factory headlights, factory front bumper, factory rear bumper, air-to-air intercooler, no dry sump, all really just a simple build, relatively lightweight, and it just works. Factory front and rear glass, and the car just works. And I've done everything I wanted to in it, and it's been a hell of a great ride. That built my relationship with AMS, and always into something new. Here we are in the V10 platform, you know, leading its way to Omega, my Performante, and let's see where those go.
All right, well, after a 10-minute drive from down there, because AMS is literally right down the street, we have arrived to Chicago Motor Cars. So Eric Gaudi is going to give us some more insight into the GTR, but first, before we look at that car, they have some pretty amazing machines that are here. So let's roll a quick little montage of what they got here in the shop, because it's pretty amazing.
Sales associate at Chicago Motor Cars. This is a pretty special car. A lot of the people that follow us on social media, etc., know that we're known for selling modified GTRs. I come from that background. 5 years before working here, I worked with the guys at AMS for a very, very long time. This car in particular is, to date, the highest horsepower and the quickest and fastest GTR we've ever actually listed here. It's a pretty special car. It's owned by a friend of mine. His name's Jordan Martin. He was actually a customer of ours when I still worked at AMS. This used to be just a full bolt-on car and worked its way up through the food chain, and now it's one of, if my math is correct, one of only 13 6-second GTRs in the world. And if my math is also correct, this is the only one that's actually for sale. This is a full turnkey 6-second GTR, proven too, not capable, proven. It's actually done a 696 and 207 before, which is something that's pretty special. To build a car like this is incredibly expensive, as you can imagine. But what's more expensive is the stuff you can't buy, which is time. And it's taken the better part of 3 to 4 years to get this car to where it is right now, to campaign it, to work out the bugs, to make it a relatively consistent 6-second GT, not 6-second GTR, but a consistent deep 7, and it's run a 6-second pass before. That's really difficult to do in any car, let alone a GTR. What's really special about this car and the fact that it's for sale is the fact that you can sidestep not only half the cost in building one of these, but you can actually sidestep the time it takes to actually debug something like this to get it down the track, which is really, really special. So we are listing this for Jordan. We're listing it for $225,000, which is a fraction of what it costs just to build the car, let alone the cost of the car itself. So if anybody's interested in getting into something like this, reach out to me here at Chicago Motor Cars. You can usually find me right on the internet. I'm all over the place on social media. I can tell you about the car, I can tell you about the history behind the car, what went into building a car like this, what you're going to have to know about maintaining and owning a car like this, and more importantly, how much fun you can have owning a car like this. You'd be one of very few people in the world that get to own a 6-second GTR.
All right, so there you guys have it. Thank you, Eric, for having us and letting us see the car. So just like he said, if you guys are interested, we'll leave all of his contact information for Chicago Motor Cars in the description below. So go ahead and check that out if you want a turnkey 6-second monster. So appreciate you having us. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you later.
Take care.
Thank you guys for watching today's episode, and thank you, Jordan, for taking the time out of your day to come in here and do a little interview with us. This montage is really just to kind of look back at all the accomplishments that we made with Jordan Martin along the way, and the progression of all these turbo kits, and it's really exciting to see what the future holds for this V10 program. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe. We upload every Monday at 11, and we'll see you guys in the next one.